Hi, it's Atmosphere, and welcome back to another How to Roleplay video. If you missed any videos from either myself, Mandy, or Lily Gumdrop, everything will be in the How to Roleplay playlist, which will be linked in the description. So in this video, I will be covering the best mods to use, NPCs and how to use them, discords for your roleplay team or any friends involved in the roleplay, and a character outline for your roleplay's characters. Right now, you're at the point where you want to get a server for your Minecraft roleplay, but you don't know the mods that you want to put on it. You have to keep in mind that there aren't a lot of mod options for specific versions of Minecraft, because when you're making your server, the version of Minecraft is going to be very, very important. The latest version of Minecraft, as this video goes up, is 1.13, okay? And that probably has the least mod options because it literally just came out. Minecraft version 1.8 actually has the most mod options. However, the mods aren't up to date to those versions, and it's also just a pretty outdated version of Minecraft. For example, there is a lot of versions that DecoCraft is offered in. The version that I'm playing right now is 1.12.2. They have recently updated the mod, so now they have all of this new furniture. Basically, from this point, from the curtains down, which is more than half of the bedroom menu, is all new things that they added recently to DecoCraft. So if you're going to be in a version after 1.12.2, you're going to be missing out on a lot of this new furniture that they recently added. I personally would recommend using 1.12.2 of Minecraft because most of the mods are updated to the latest version, and there's also a wide variety of them. To use mods in your game, you will need to make sure you have a couple of things. Java version of Minecraft, PC Minecraft, so that means you cannot play Pocket Edition Minecraft and have mods, and you will also need to have Forge. So Forge is a Minecraft add-on that is free, and it's also very simple to download, which I will show you how to do right now. Okay, so right here is what minecraftforge.net looks like. I will leave a link to that in the description. So if you are going to have a 1.12.2 server and 1.12.2 mods, you are going to need Minecraft Forge 1.12.2. It doesn't matter whether you download the latest or download recommended. If one doesn't work, then download the other, but you are going to click Windows Installer. So we're going to go ahead and press skip. And then as you can see right here, it has installed. All right, so then when it's done installing, you're going ahead and click it, and you're going to type run, or you're going to click run, not type. And then right here, it'll say install client. Just leave that as that, and you're going to press OK. So now that you've installed Forge, when you open the Minecraft launcher, you're going to have to go into the launch options and add new. You're going to have to go to the version and scroll down to find the Forge version that you just downloaded, and then click save, and then it should be right here and ready to play. Okay, so now that you have Forge, you are ready to download your mods. So the type of roleplay that you are doing will reflect on the mods that you'll need. So for example, if you're making a high school roleplay, you're going to need a backpack mods because obviously children, they wear backpacks. And if you're creating a medieval roleplay or something involving actions, you'll probably need a mod that includes big fancy weapons, swords, guns, or anything like that. So there are many sites where you can download Minecraft mods, but I recommend using CurseForge. So the link to that will also be in the description. It is minecraft.curseforge.com. From there, you can go to projects and then mods. And as you can see, there are a lot of mod categories. So the category that you are going to go to, which is perfect for Minecraft roleplays, is the cosmetic category. These mods don't exactly change the functionality of the game. It just gives more aesthetics, more furniture, and all of that type of stuff. So depending of the version of the server is going to be the version that you click on. So let's say you chose 1.12.2. We're going to click on game version 1.12.2, and then it'll give you the mods that are available for those versions. And please keep in mind when you are downloading a specific mod, because a lot of people have this issue. Let's say we're going to be downloading Chisel. please make sure that after you download this main mod, you're going into relations and then dependencies. And this is needed, this mod right here is needed to run Chisel. So after you download Chisel, you're also going to have to download ctmlib. I recommend simply browsing through the cosmetics section and gather as many mods as you think you'll need. But also you'll have to keep in mind that if you have any body actors, they'll need to be able to run the mods as well. So keep it short and sweet. Don't add too many mods because not everybody has a great computer, and just make sure that there are enough mods to make it look good, but not too many to where things will become laggy. Okay, so now that we've talked about the mods and you have everything in your server and you're all ready to go, it is time for you to create a character outline. A character outline document is actually crucial, especially if you're making a cinematic roleplay. If you're in need of voice actors, making a character outline will help them understand what character they'll be voicing. And a character outline will also just be very helpful for you to remember each character and their specific traits. For this example, I'm going to show you what exactly the character outline for Quinn's Lie looks like. This is merely something that is just for you and your voice actors. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether or not it gets out there, but it's just for you guys to refer back and see exactly what character you will be playing. So as we scroll down here, we can see every single character that is a part of Quinn's Lie. So right under what that character looks like is the name of the character, the voice actor of the character, and the role of the character. So the role of Tegan is that she is a student at Riverside and she is best friends with Quinn, Jocelyn, and Kalia. Cool. Her personality also, she's mature, a mother figure of the friend group, and her ship is Wesley. So this will just give a good description to your voice actor, because let's say they have a personality that is close to Kalia, which is sassy. You know, then you could have that sassy tone of voice whenever you're saying all of the lines. And something like Bowen, which is like he's very mysterious, then he can have that mysterious tone of voice like Conker does. Alright, so after you finish making that character outline, you will need a way to communicate with everybody involved in your roleplay. So yes, you can send people individual messages. However, I will promise you that it will become very annoying having to keep up with every single person. So I recommend creating a Discord specifically for your roleplay so you can keep everyone up to date on any important information that they might need. Okay, so right here is the Discord for the Quinn's Lie cast. You can obviously see all of the voice actors right here. It is nothing special, but it's just something that makes it very easy for me to distribute scripts and say any deadlines that need to happen. So some important channels that you might want to add to your roleplay Discord is important information. So right here is where you could put your server IP, any server mods that people will need to download, a schedule, which I will go more into later, any rules you might have for them, and so on. Another important channel that you might want to add is the character description channel. So here is where I have just the character outline there for anybody to access at any certain time that they need it. And I also have a name pronunciation audio file here just in case anybody may not be familiar with how to say certain names in the roleplay. For example, a lot of people while auditioning didn't know how to say Malachi, so I thought it was pretty important to have everybody in the roleplay on the same page with how to pronounce all of the characters' names. You can also have a scripts channel, so you can have one main place to post your scripts so that the voice actors don't lose them when it's convenient for them to record. And one thing that I also added under where it says episode 8 script, I added the characters needed. So in episode 8, I need Mandy, Kaz, Isabel, Estelle, and Flash the Way to all record their lines for me. And then also in the scripts channel, you could also add where exactly you want your scripts to be or your voiceovers to be dropped off. Okay, and the very last topic that we are going to cover for this video are NPCs. So NPCs they're amazing. I don't know what people would do without NPCs, but I cannot live without them. So we're going to go over interactive NPCs, like if you're making a first-person roleplay and you need an NPC to talk to you, I will show you exactly how to set that up. And we're also going to go over background NPCs. So any just NPC walking in the background, maybe sitting in the background, just something to make a place look less empty. Okay, so as you can see, there are many options when it comes to NPCs, and there are probably lots of tutorial videos, but I'm just going to show you guys the main tools that you're probably going to be using all the time when it comes to your roleplay. So the main ones that you're going to need are the model. So this is where you're going to change the size of your NPC. You have a scaling tab where you can alter with basically anything. I like to make a lot of the girls in my roleplay a lot shorter than the boys, but that's just how I like to do it. So usually the girls will be at like 90% everything else except for the head. Also, because I like the way Alex models look, I like to make the width of the arms a little bit smaller, so I'll make them like around 70. And there you go. Once you like your dimensions of a model, then you could go ahead and click save and then choose what you want to save it as. For texture, this is the skin. The ones I use all the time are player names or URL. So I can put a skin link into Imgur and get the Imgur link and then put it in here, and then it'll change to that skin. Or I could use a player name. So let's say I want an NPC of Mandymiss. I will type in Mandymiss's IGN, and there you go. One thing that we need to keep in mind is that NPCs are the Steve template. So if you are using an Alex skin, it will have black bars on the back. Usually I just ignore them, but if it's a big deal for you and you're having a whole bunch of NPCs, you will need to make them into these Steve models. So the second thing that I use all the time on NPCs is the movement. So we're gonna go into the AI tab, and movement is all the way at the bottom. The main ones that I use, rotation. If I want my NPC to look a certain way, then you can click the manual on rotation. It's usually on body. But you can click manual and you could type in these are the degrees. So let's change Mandy into 90 degrees so she's gonna look straight at me. So this manual movement is very, very helpful, especially if you're in a classroom, let's say, and you want all of the kids to look at the teacher and not be spinning around every 2 seconds. So if you want your NPC to be sitting, then you can mess with the animation tab and click on sitting. It comes with a whole bunch of different ones, but you can allow them to sit, they can lie down, they can be hugging, sneaking, dancing, aiming, crawling, or normal. So, you know, as long as you mess around with that, see which ones are suitable for your scene. The second feature that I use all the time, especially for like the kissing scenes, are puppet. So for that, you have to go into advanced, and then where it says no job, you're going to change it into puppet right there. So when you get to puppet, you can click edit and basically customize these NPCs to your heart's content. You can change basically anything when it comes to puppet, which is great because it's great for action, you know, any like certain movement that you really need them to be doing, but you can't really accomplish with normal players. It's just great. And the third thing on an NPC that I usually do all the time is inventory. So right here, these 3 columns right here, you could put stuff in an NPC's hand. So these top and bottom boxes are the left and right hands of the NPC, and usually if there's a scene in Quinn's Lie or whatever and they're at a party, then I will add like drinks to NPC's hand to make sure, or to make it look like they, you know, belong there. If they're at a school, you can add books to an NPC's hand. I don't know, you could just add about basically anything. Okay, so now that you know the basics to an NPC, let's talk about the interactive NPCs, like the ones that you can go up to and talk to. So there are 2 different ways that you could set up an NPC to talk. The first one is in a chat or in the chat bubble. And then the second one is opening a whole new menu. So let me show you option 1. All right, so option 1 is the chat bubble. So when I right click on Mandy, she will say, "Hi Haley, how are you?" And my shaders is really messing up the bubble, but as you can see, there is a chat bubble above her head, and you could also see "Hi Haley, how are you" in the chat. So how exactly you do that, may you ask? When you click on the NPC with the NPC wand, you have to go into advanced and then click lines. It is the interact lines. I want a cookie. Then you can close it, click on Mandy again. She says, "I want a cookie." Okay, so now this second option is the option where it opens up a whole new menu. So let's go ahead and right click Mandy. And then she will say, "Hey Haley, how are you?" So you can see Mandy's in the corner right here, but it kind of dims the whole screen and you can see the text right here. So let me show you guys how to do the second option with kind of dimming the screen and adding some big text. Keep in mind the second option is a little more difficult and time consuming, but I also think it looks a little bit better. So right here in dialogues, as you can see, was Mandy's dialogue, but let's go ahead and add a new one. Mandy hungry. Sure, let's go ahead and do that one. And we have Mandy hungry selected, and then we could click dialogues and add. So let's add a new one. Let's title it question, because I want Mandy to ask a question. So in the text, we can type, "Haley, do you want to buy some food?" Question mark. Okay, cool. So we have that text there. So I'm going to add that to Mandy right now. I'm going to go back to, so I'm going to add that to Mandy right now. So we're going to, instead of global, we're going to go to advanced this time. And instead of "how are you," let me just exit that out. We're going to select an option, and we just made Mandy hungry. So we're going to select that one. And then we're going to select her asking question. Cool. So now that when you click on it, she says, "Hey Haley, do you want to buy some food?" Both of those text options are great. However, if you need a line that is relatively long, you might want to go with the second option of having that menu with the screen all dimmed, just so that you have enough time to read the line, because that chat bubble only stays up for so long before it goes away. And the line will still be in chat. However, if you aren't finished reading the NPC's line and the bubble has already gone away, opening the chat kind of ruins the immersion, for me at least. If that doesn't matter to you, then just go ahead and do it. But opening the chat, sometimes you could see, some AFK messages, people like leaving the server, coming on the server. You might be taken away from the whole roleplay aspect. But anyways, guys, that video was definitely a long one, but we had a lot we had to cover. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was at least somewhat helpful to you. If you want to know more about NPC stuff, because I only kind of went over it a little bit, not too in depth, there are lots and lots of tutorials on that one as well. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and leave it a like, as it will help me out a bunch. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and stay tuned for the very next one. Bye guys.